Alright guys, let's jump right into it. So, we're going to make an interior design web page, and I already created it beforehand, so I'll just be showing you guys the concept and the thought process that I had while going through this. Just to remind you guys, I am fairly new to the whole Adobe XD. I'm just sharing my experience with you as I create my portfolio and everything else. So just to kind of give those who don't know much or might need a refresher, we'll be doing this once in a while. All right, so we're going to choose the rectangle tool, and gotta use the right names. We're gonna use the rectangle tool and drag it down. The reason why we're doing this is to add the image directly to the web page. We can't just drop the image on there, but we don't want anything hanging off. So in order to do that, let's just bring the image in, and you can pick whatever image you want. So as you can see, if you look carefully, so when I drag the image on there, it automatically selects the rectangle tool, which means if I drop it in, it should go, the size should be exactly the same size as that square. So the same thing with if I do a small square. So if I were to do let's do a funky square right there, yeah. And then I take that same image and I drag it into that. Look again. So it makes the selection with the rectangle tool that I just created. If I drop it in, it'll do the same thing again. And you can do the same thing again. And it'll just keep going. That seems kind of pretty cool. That seems pretty cool. Oh, hold on. Okay. And then we're gonna deselect the border. Wow, mirror effect. I like that. Might be a project for another day. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so I already made the logo, so just trying to be as creative as possible. So the font that I'm gonna be using is Madre Script. Madre Script. So the name is going to be InDesign. You guys are free to do whatever. You can make your own. You can choose your own image and kind of spice it up the way you want it to be. Font size 36. We're going to lock the backgrounds since we're not going to be moving that anytime soon. So to lock is Control L. So we're going to drag that up there. And a lot of people like to kind of work off to the side, but I can't really see that, so let's keep it there. So the name's gonna be InDesign, and just to keep it simple, sweet. Oh, another thing too, whenever you do make a shape, that was V for your selection. So your select tool. Whenever you do make a shape, it comes with a border, so there's no way of making it a default to where you don't have any borders. So just remember to deselect your borders off to the right hand side here. But if you do want it, then of course keep it. We're gonna rotate this to make it like a diamond, because we're in interior design and we are shining bright like diamonds in the sky. Yep. So hold Shift and rotate until it's in the shape of a diamond. So we're gonna do that again. So you can do a couple of things here. You can hold Alt and drag to duplicate, or you could just make that selection. So make a selection and then press Control D to duplicate that same one that you just copied. So either way works, but I like to do Alt to kind of see where everything is. Okay, so we're gonna add some color to this. So all right, the first one's gonna be, oh yeah, if you double click, you can kind of like change the pointers and everything, which is kind of weird. Pretty cool. If you're as creative, if you're more creative than I am, then go for it. Okay, so this one here. So this is 6E2222. There's 4 2s for anyone who's counting. So I might have said that wrong. So that's the color there. once again, do whatever you want. You can make your own colors. You can choose your own colors. Next one's gonna be a lighter gray. Switch it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Copy that, and then we're gonna put it in. So D6, D6, D6. Enter, and then the last one's gonna be a darker gray. Where did I get the colors from? There's no correct answer for that. I just chose 3 colors that I thought that went well together and put it in there. So the next one's gonna be 4D, 4D, 4D. I should probably wear my glasses. Enter. Okay, so these colors, we'll actually be using them again. So what you want to do is, you can see like this burgundy color here. I added that color to my my swatch. So if you want, just go into the other ones and click this. You can save your color swatch here. So there goes that one. And then you can also save the next one. Go back into fill and save. And I believe you can do the same thing for borders as well. But we'll be using those colors throughout. Okay, let's make this smaller. All right, doesn't that look pretty? Let's give it some space here. Let it breathe a little bit. And there we go. There goes InDesign. InDesign is up and ready to go. So to make this centered, we're going to do Shift C. Oh, no. Control Z. Yeah, guys, you'll be needing that one a lot more. But actually, let's be smart about this. We have these 3, and they're the logos. So what we'll do is we'll select them and then hit Control G to make them a group. We're going to name it responsibly logo in all caps. So whenever we do need to see that, we can go into it. You can also drag in InDesign to that since it is a part of the logo. So look, very clean. You can even create a group for, well, you can't because it's only one item. Okay, so we'll see about that. We do what just to pop out a little bit more. So we'll be going back into this and creating an overlay for the background. Right? So let's go to this rectangle tool there. Drag it over. Just as a precaution, I like to kind of drag over everything and deselect border just in case. We're going to put the rectangle under the logo, not into the logo. I'm going to put it underneath. Okay. And then we're going to turn that into a dark gray. You know what? Let's use the one that we saved there. No, it'll blend too much. Yeah. I'm forget. Okay. So there goes that. We're going to bring down the opacity by a lot. We don't want this to be hidden too much. And then, well, that looks a lot better. You can see the logo. Everything's showing well. All right, and then we're going to lock the overlay and title it. Yes, overlay. Overlay. Okay, look at that. Now we can make a group. Control G. Actually, no. Yeah, let's deselect that. Control G. Yeah. So BG for background. All caps for all my big folders. And instead of locking them individually, we'll lock the whole folder. So that way, if we need to move something, we could just click that and then move it. Let's see. So we have that down. What is next? All right. So since we started with the logo, we'll do our dashboard, our navigation. Yeah, it makes more sense. So we're going to have a couple here. We're going to do a text. All right. Text. Okay, so how we work. The way I got these, most of the times it feels like most designers just create these and you're like, well, how did they know to make that? I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know what they're doing, But what you could do is just look at other people's work and kind of see what they're putting on theirs, since they are in the industry, as an as a as a reference point. Um, I wouldn't say to copy it word for word, but just give it a little glance, and if you like it, add it to your work. It never hurts. Okay, so we're gonna put. Actually, we need to center this, don't we? So in order to center the logo, we need to hit Control C, and that will center it to the center of the canvas. So whatever you select these, if you don't make another selection, it'll automatically center to the canvas. So same thing with how we work. So Control C, it'll go right to the center. Control C to undo. All right, so we have how we work. We're gonna make a couple of copies here. In order to keep these in line, just hit Shift. Well, to make a copy, you remember is Alt. That's why I like to use Alt. Remember, the other one is Control D for duplicate, so you can duplicate whatever you're making. But for Alt, you could just hold it and drag it, and then if you hold Shift, it'll just do it the same way. All right, so this is what I love about Adobe in general. It automatically shows you what the spacing is, so you can keep everything even. So let's see. Actually, I kind of want these a little bit closer here. No, too close. Okay, go back to where you came from. Okay, so how we work. We're gonna do the same thing again. Alt drag. Ooh, 48. All right, and then one more. Alt drag. Ooh, 48. Yeah. So thank you, Adobe XD, for being so good to be. So we have how we work. The next one's going to be our company. Once again, I looked at other people's websites and they looked good, so I'm adding it to mine's. And I feel like that's a big part of what design is. Next one's going to be inspired. If you're going to get into design, I know you want to do all the fancy stuff on Behance and Dribble, but you kind of need to learn how to use the tools first before you can do that. So in order to do that, you kind of need to, see where everything is. And I like to do that by seeing other websites. The next one's going to be resources. And then the next was going to be contact. All right, so we have how we work, our company, get inspired, resources, and contact. Doesn't that feel like a real website already? And it looks beautiful. Okay, so let's check the spacing again. We were looking for 48. Hold Shift to keep it in line. Remember, it was 48. Okay, so since that, basically, okay, we're going to change it a little bit. We'll keep it at 44. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Oh, no. Smaller, 44. And the same thing over here, 44. Okay, so we have our navigation. And like responsible people, we're going to select all of them. Actually, yeah, we're going to select it with logo. Hold Shift. Oh, well, actually, if you hit contact and you click the last one, you'll be able to select all of them. So Shift for the first one, and then while you're still holding Shift, hit logo, and then hit Control G after, and then we'll name that navigation, or nav for short. Okay, so our navigation is done and looking beautiful. So what's next? We need something to capture the people's attention. So we're gonna go with a header here. I don't know all the terminologies, so forgive me in advance. With the same. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure you saw this, but Lilawadi UI is the font that I use for the navigation. You could pick something else if you want. This is just for me to practice. So we're gonna go with. I mean, I looked at the background and I was like, okay, well, the background looks, pretty modern, really, really nice. It's cultured, so I went with modern, and I looked at I could come up with a fake story, but I looked up here and I was like, get inspired. I want to add a little bit more accent to that, so modern and inspired. And this is what our theme is going to be for this website, so people can know we are modern and inspired. Or if you come, you'll see that we're modern and you will be inspired. Whatever way you put it, it still sounds nice. So text size is going to be 64. 64. Remember, for center, Shift C. And then what I like to do is, with these, they need to stand out a little bit more. So we're going to make it bold. Yes, bold is beautiful. And then while holding Shift, just bring it down a couple. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. All right, we're getting there. So modern and inspired with 4 in design. So our company here is InDesign, interior design company, here to make your space modern and inspired. I should create a business. Okay. One thing I like to do before I continue on is check for typos, because I do that a lot. And design. Oh, that's right. Get inspired. Resources, contact, modern, and inspired. Yeah. I had a feeling. Inspired. Is that how you spell inspired, y'all? All right. Control C. Okay. Control C. All right. What's next? What do we need on here? Let's keep it simple. Let's create a button. Not too big, not too small, not too big. All right. Deselect the border, and then we're gonna bring that down a little bit. Let's use the shortcut that we learned today. Shift C. All right. I almost forgot. So Shift C. So kind of add some differences to the background. We're gonna add a green color. For some reason, the plants really got to me, and they stick out a lot more. So let's go ahead and make that button green, and then hit enter. Nice, just beautiful. And then as some courses that I've seen, you want to have enough spacing in between everything. So we're gonna put space between that, and then add the text. Let's go with book an appointment, because they're already inspired by what they saw, and they want to immediately start with their space. Oh, okay, come back into screen. Okay, so let's make. We don't need this to stick out as much. Let's simulate. I like that one. So let's see spider. I feel like that looks pretty nice. Okay, so in order to kind of center the book and appointment text inside of the button, if you make a selection of both, so first click whichever one. So let's start with book and appointment. Select that one, and then select the button behind it. Then how do we center again? Yes, Shift C. So we're gonna do Shift C, and then let's see. That looks good. I mean, guys, let me know what you think. I could be wrong, but book an appointment, and I mean, so far everything looks really nice. It pops. I feel like my eyes are attracted to the right things here. So we have this right here. It's very subtle, but it does pop out with the background. And then you have this bold white color with that overlay, let's see how it looks if we took it off. So let's, yeah, it separates the font in the background a lot more with that overlay. Good call, Mac. Good call. All right. So, okay, so we're gonna stop here. For those of you who were following along, thank you very much. This is the first video. There will be a part 2, so that way we can create a little bit more. Let me show you what we'll be doing next. So, where is it? Okay, so here's the same thing, and then for the next one, we're going to be adding this button here, and then switching over, adding a new feature to the website, kind of switching it up, so that way the customers are able to, select the items that are here. So, and then, yeah, and there's some more behind it. So we have these here. As you can see, there's the selections. So go ahead and like and subscribe for more videos, and hit the subscribe button, notification bell for the next update. Hopefully this will turn out really good. Let me know what you guys think. I would love your constructive criticism. Don't be too mean, please. I'm soft-hearted, but no, seriously. Let me know what you think, and we'll be able to work on this together. Okay. See you next time.